Hello everybody, back again with another video. Before we get into the topic of the video, um, well, I would start it off by the NFL Week 2 happened and almost every team had a tribute for Charlie Kirk. Man, this country is a joke. It's really pathetic because they never did this when a school shooting happened. Hell, Congress, like the House Congress, whatever you want to call it, didn't take a moment of silence for any school shooting victim. Didn't take any for the two lawmakers that got killed. And they're sure as hell not going to take a moment of silence for the black person that just got lynched in Mississippi. All right, that should tell you all you need to know that these politicians, especially Republicans, don't care about you. They don't. And they have this fascist, hateful agenda in which you can't justify on why they should remove slavery and why they should remove a slavery exhibit from parks. You can't justify it. You just can't. And rest in peace to the person who got lynched. Hopefully the kids from the Colorado school shooting are okay. And God help us all, but at least there's football back. At least football is back. They can take our mind off this shit. And then, first game, Thursday night football, Commanders, Packers. Packers won 27-18. And the Packers dominated. Dominated from start to finish. Sure, the Commanders got 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, but it was far too late. They could have come back. And the Packers are Super Bowl contenders. They are. They just are. The Packers are dead-ass Super Bowl contenders. They have the offense, they have the defense. And Micah Parsons, sure, but the defensive line especially, even like the other players in the defensive line are great too. Add on to the fact that you have Micah Parsons there as well. This team is going to be a Super Bowl contender. And the game versus the Eagles is going to be interesting because of storyline reasons. Packers dominated them. They really did. Then we got the Lions beating the Bears 52-21. And the Lions, are the Lions back? And it looks like the Lions are back. It looks like they're fine. They finally got stabilized. Either the Lions are good or the Bears really suck. But I'm not giving up on the Bears yet, all right? I think they could probably beat the Cowboys next week. I don't know. I'm not going to lie, but still, there's some stuff that the Bears need to work on, especially on the defensive side of the ball. But the Lions, I think, are going to be a really good team this year, and this game was a statement that they're going to stay. They're not a joke. Like that last game wasn't their game, and now this was their game. Tesla made a great catch, and he's going to go. His jersey is going to be the #1 bestseller because of conservative markets. You exactly know why. But Lions, great win, great looking win. And next up we have Seahawks and Steelers, 31-17, which I apologize, Seahawks. I'm sorry I doubted you because I picked the Steelers to win this game. And the Seahawks won. The Seahawks looked good. There's some stuff to work on the Steelers, but they'll still finish 9-8 and get a wild card exit. All right, there's nothing going to change about that. But Seahawks, probably a much needed win for this one, given the division and all of that. But yeah, of course that happens when, of course, Kenneth Walker has a great game when I benched him. But it is what it is. And next up, we got Ravens beating the Browns 41-17, which I'm not freaking surprised because, I mean, why would I have hope? Like, genuinely, how would you have any hope for this game? Exactly, you can't. It was a slow game at first, through the first and half of the second. But once the game got rolling, yeah, the Browns never had a chance. The offense was dominated by the defense, dude. Ravens are going to be a threat. Browns season's over. I don't even care really anymore. But Jaguars and Bengals, where Joe Burrow sadly got a toe injury, and he's going to be out for 3 months. He got put on IR today. Sucks. Jake Browning was in the game, and it's not looking good for them. It's not looking good for them, but in this game, they got to win against the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence brushed off his coach. Sure, I guess that's going well, Duval. But, yeah, man. The Bengals won, but they lost the war as soon as Joe Burrow went down. So, yep, we'll see what happens. Joe Burrow is really going to be the next Andrew Luck, isn't he? But then we have the Rams versus Titans, where Cam Ward made a great throw, proving everybody why he's the number one pick and why he should be talked about more. And Sean McVay tore a ligament in his foot. Yes, he tore a ligament in his foot. The injury bug has gotten out of control. It really has. And then next up, we have the 49ers versus the Saints, 26-21. 49ers got a stop against the Saints, which ended up winning the game. Under Mac Jones, getting a win there under Mac Jones, whoever the team is, that's got to be a good feeling about where things are going to come, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. The Giants, Cowboys, which, for some reason, Russell Wilson saw the talk and decided to turn it up a bit. And Malik Neighbors had one of the best games of his career, if not the best game of his career. And Brandon Aubrey showed why he's the best kicker in the NFL. Then when it was overtime, Russell Wilson remembered that he was Russell Wilson, so he moonballed that bitch and it got picked. And of course, the Cowboys drive to the field and they scored the game-winning field goal. God, that was a hilarious game. And then next up, we got Patriots-Dolphins, where this game got turned on crack when there were 2 return touchdowns back to back. And, yeah, the Patriots won. The Dolphins almost came back, but Tua's mistakes came back to bite them, and they couldn't convert on a 4th down. Patriots win. Dolphins lose. Mike McDaniel, he is so going to get fired. Especially after this Bills game. He might get fired right then and there, to be honest. They're going to get blown the fuck out. The next one, we have Bills versus the Jets, where the Jets had a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk. And what happens? The Bills fucking destroyed them and killed them. And Justin Fields gets a concussion and didn't have a good game. Yikes. So much for those Justin Fields points, I guess. Yikes. Tyrod Taylor starting in week 3. Good God. The injury bug has gone too far. But Broncos, Colts. I saw the game ending on Red Zone. One of the funniest game endings of all time. Broncos, 60-yard field goal. He misses the kick. And they get called for a penalty because the defensive player used the body of the opposing player, the guy who had the ball, like the center, to try to get above it and block it. And then they lost. True heartbreaking football fashion. You just can't help but love it. And also the Colts. I don't know what the fuck is going on with them. Did Jim Irsay sacrifice himself for the Colts? For the Colts to have a good season this year? Just a thought, but yeah, this is crazy. Are they just the Saints from last year? I don't know. We'll see. And then we got the Panthers versus Cardinals. Bryce Young is not the answer. Cardinals, I think, are a good team. I don't know, to be honest. Just have Marvin Harrison Jr. have a breakout year, and I'll be happy. But then we have the Eagles versus Chiefs. We're now the tush push. Controversies are reigning on. But that doesn't matter because the Chiefs lose. And the Eagles, Jalen Hurts, quarterback conversations are interesting to say the least. But Eagles got the win. That's pretty much all that matters. And the Chiefs, Chiefs Giants has the chance to be one of the funniest games of the entire season and of the entire history of the NFL. Russell Wilson, please. Russell Wilson, Malik Neighbors could actually do the funniest thing ever. But anyways, Falcons versus Lions. Where? No, Falcons versus Vikings. Falcons versus Vikings, which I think J.J. McCarthy kind of sucks. That whole one good quarter thing in fourth quarter was his only shining grace, and people were hailing him as a hero already in the future. Like he already didn't have like 3 fucking bad quarters. And then, oh, look at that. He fucking sucked the whole game. Holy crap. Sure, he just had a kid, and he did have a high ankle sprain wherever it happened in the game. But still, dude, that doesn't justify how bad a performance this was. I mean, he was on a running team, and he knew the other team's play, so sucks to suck, I guess. But in all seriousness, a really impressive win for the Falcons, and honestly, a much-needed one. They'll be a really solid wildcard team, I can assure that. And, yeah. And then we had the Buccaneers and the Texans play. Buccaneers, of course. A Browns fan, just off the heels of a Ravens loss, where the Ravens celebrated their 30th anniversary from moving from Cleveland to Baltimore, where you will see Nick Chubb score a touchdown, and then Baker Mayfield leading a game-winning drive. It's so much fun to be a Browns fan, but I'm happy for both of them. But Buccaneers had a really great win. Emeka Egbuka is the future. He will be Offensive Rookie of the Year, no doubt about it. And, CJ Stroud, please lighten up, brother. Please. But Chargers Raiders. I only watched the first half of this game because I have a life, aka school. And I wasn't going to stay up till 1 fucking a.m. for it. But yeah, the Raiders, Geno Smith, get your shit together. What the fuck, dude? And the Chargers and this was the game that was really going to decide who was the number 1 team in the AFC West currently. And it's the Chargers. The Chargers are the number 1 team in the division. Had a convincing win against the Chiefs and the Raiders, maybe because of the Raiders, because Geno Smith didn't have the best of games, I guess you could say. But still, Chargers won. Chargers are on top of the world right now. And yeah, that was the NFL Week 2 slate. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.